Hey guys, Lewis Cahill here from Gink and Gasoline. I'm at the Orvis booth with my buddy Tom Rosenbauer. Tom, you got some new stuff coming out from Orvis in rods and reels this year, right?
We do, absolutely, Lewis.
Tell us what you got.
Well, we got the new Recon 711 series. They're 7, 8, 9, 10, and they're 7 foot 11 inch. So they're a very short, powerful rod. Nice. Why would you want a short, powerful rod? Well,
good question.
For bass fishing, you know, they're legal in a bass tournament. Not that that matters that much to any of us, but they're really good at throwing a tight loop in under a willow, under a dock. They're really good at throwing those bigger bugs and stuff like snook fishing.
Yep.
Dock fishing for snook or fishing in the mangroves for baby tarpon. A friend of mine uses one of these on his charter boat for striped bass. And you wouldn't think a short rod would be an advantage from a boat,
right.
But actually, a lot of times when you get a fish in close to the boat, a 9 foot rod, that people tend to high stick it, and they got more rod than they can handle in a boat, and they snap the tip.
Makes perfect sense.
So a short rod is actually a much more efficient fish fighting tool. So,
yeah.
Fishing when you got fish close to boat, it's a big advantage there.
You know, I was snook fishing earlier this week down in South Florida, and I found that exact thing with a 9 foot rod. Mm-hmm. You find yourself stooping down on the boat trying to push that loop under the docks and stuff. That short rod's a brilliant idea for that.
Yeah, it's fun, and of course they're very light because you got a little over an inch less than a 9 foot rod, and Recon rods are pretty light anyways. It's in the Recon series. I don't know if we said that.
Yeah, right. This does not feel like an 8-weight. I mean, it's a very light, crisp, responsive rod.
Yeah, and they're fun. You know, they're just fun to cast and fun to fish.
Right, cool.
That's bottom line.
$450?
$450. Yep.
Yeah,
4 piece. Yep.
That's beautiful. And all made in America.
All made in USA, all made in our rod shop.
Can't beat it, man. Yep. Why don't you walk us through this new reel?
Okay. It's a Hydros reel, Hydros SL reel, which is a new. We had a Hydros reel before, and this is the improved version, and it's really designed from the ground up, much different than the old Hydros. So what we did, one of the things we did was we removed material where we didn't feel we needed it and added it where we wanted it. So it's a lot beefier around the rim, which is obviously where reels bend and break.
Right.
So there's a lot more rigidity there. The tolerances are tighter, so that you don't have the chance of a piece of backing or leader slipping in under there. It's a very wide arbor. It's a large arbor. The trout size, the 3, retrieves 8.2 inches for every revolution of the handle.
That's amazing for a
really fast retrieve. Not only that, but the wider your arbor, the less kinks you have in the line when you take it off the spool.
Right.
So it helps you there. And despite the fact that they have a really wide arbor, they also have really good backing capacity.
And what we're really talking about is the diameter, the arbor, not the width of the reel, really, but
the diameter.
Right,
the width of this reel is narrower than most wide arbor reels, because when you've got a lot of backing out, or even just a lot of fly line, and you're reeling quickly, a wider reel, you're going to have more of a tendency to get knots and loops of backing underneath itself. And of course, when that happens, you jam it and you're done.
And you're in trouble, right?
So the narrower spool is going to help with that issue. The other thing is, I think they're really pretty.
It is a good-looking reel.
They're really,
show the backside of that.
Yeah, I think they're really sexy.
It's a really open design. It's going to keep your backing nice and dry in there. And
it's got an asymmetrical drag knob.
I really like that drag knob, because you touch it, you can tell where it's set.
Tell where it is,
and
you can really grab it easily too. And then probably the final issue or final feature of this reel is that it's a fully sealed drag. The old Hydros, the drag surfaces were fully sealed, but the roller bearing was inside the spool, and we've now moved the roller bearing inside the O-ring sealed part. So it's a 100% sealed drag.
Which means this reel is going to last a lot longer.
Yeah, I mean, a sealed drag just keeps dirt and algae and salt and corrosion out of your drag. So it's.
And while you got this apart, let me show you. You can see how much material is removed from that frame. So again, a lighter reel to match the new lighter Orvis rods, the Recons and the H2s.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it's not a super light reel. We had 2 ways we could go. We could make it really light and sacrifice strength, or we could make it a little heavier and have the strength, and we went for the strength. So it's not a super light reel.
Okay.
Light enough for these rods, but not,
plenty.
not super light.
Cool, excellent. Nice stuff, Tom. Orvis always pushing the design. Appreciate what you guys do for us.
Thanks, Louis.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Stay tuned to Gink and Gasoline for more from IFTD 2015.